Coming up on Cronkite News, a new lawsuit aims to block Dropbox watchdogs, saying they intimidate voters ahead of the primary.
Plus, should you keep an eye out for fentanyl in your kids' Halloween candy?
And later, the Phoenix Suns took more than the W in last night's game. Find out which player broke a long-standing record.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Maddie Freeze.
And I'm Ryan Tizmaneski. Thank you for joining us. Voters should be free of fear when they vote. That is the basis of a lawsuit filed to stop voter intimidation at drop-off boxes. The lawsuit claims supporters of Clean Election USA are gathering at voting locations, filming and turning away voters. Alexia Stanbridge was at a court hearing today to determine whether there should be a temporary restraining order on Clean USA volunteers.
I'm here at the United States District Court in Phoenix, where the judge heard arguments from both sides. One side saying that people have a right to vote without feeling intimidated. The other side saying that people have a right to assemble outside of that 75-foot boundary of the ballot boxes. And earlier this week, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office responded to two complaints about two individuals at a drop box in Mesa wearing tactical gear. The Sheriff's Office also confirmed the two individuals were armed. The Secretary of State's office says they have referred 6 complaints of voter intimidation to law enforcement. The lawsuit filed Monday claims organized vigilante groups have already turned away voters. They're asking the groups be prevented from gathering at drop boxes and taking photos. The defendants say they are exercising their right to assemble, and they are trying to ensure the elections are free of corruption. As of this recording, the judge has not made a decision, but ultimately he's looking at Clean Elections USA and if they are violating federal law under the Voting Rights Act. In Phoenix, Alexia Stanbridge, Cronkite News.
The Phoenix Police Department issued a warning to parents today. Beware of rainbow fentanyl, or tablets made with bright colors. This comes after officers found fentanyl tablets with new, even more colorful looks. The speckled tablets with multiple colors were confiscated earlier this week. Before this, officers say they had only seen single-colored tablets. The Drug Enforcement Agency warns these brightly colored fentanyl pills are being used to draw in younger users.
With Halloween right around the corner, there is growing concern among parents that this candy-colored fentanyl could end up in their kids' hands. But is this concern warranted? Cronkite News reporter Emily Miranda examines the risk from our Washington bureau.
From razor blades to poison, every year there are new myths about what could be in your kid's candy bucket. This year, it's rainbow fentanyl. But officials say the actual threat is low.
Right. I don't think that the fentanyl threat should stop anyone from doing what they would normally do on Halloween night. I think that parents should, of course, be careful about what their children get in their candy bags, no matter what.
Concerns around the opioid rose after the Drug Enforcement Administration warned in late August of rainbow fentanyl, which resembles candy, being used by drug cartels to target young people. Parental concern rose even higher after the pills were recently found by California sheriffs in popular candy boxes. But Levitt says this is a means of smuggling the drugs, not distributing them.
So the smuggling technique of concealing drugs inside candy boxes isn't new. For at least 10 years, we've been finding methamphetamine mixed in with Mexican candy that comes to the United States. So it's maybe new to fentanyl, but it's not new to the drug trade.
While the risk from rainbow fentanyl is low this Halloween, law enforcement officials still urge parents to stay vigilant and go through their kids' candy.
Make sure that there's nothing unusual, nothing looks like it's tampered with. I would probably stay away from any homemade, type of goods. But I would always take the same precautions that you have any other year.
Officials add that if you do come across any candy, like Sweet Tarts or Skittles, with an M30 mark, do not consume it and contact local law enforcement. In Washington, Emily Miranda, Cronkite News.
The Phoenix Police Department has more Halloween safety tips on its website. Those include staying visible, following road rules, and trick-or-treating in groups. You can see the video on their website at phoenix.gov/police.
As you start shopping for Halloween candy, you might notice candy sizes are getting smaller this year, but their prices are staying the same. That's all thanks to shrinkflation. According to the Washington Post, shrinkflation is causing Halloween treats to get smaller in order to fight increasing prices due to inflation. For instance, a bag of dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses has shrunk by a couple of ounces, and Cadbury milk chocolate bars are about 10% lighter than before. It's also a move by manufacturers to decrease calorie count and offer different portion sizes.
After Halloween, people around the country will be gearing up for Election Day. From abortion to immigration and education, as we just mentioned, inflation is another hotly debated issue. Polls have consistently shown inflation as the biggest concern among voters this year. And a new report suggests that consumer confidence is at the lowest it's been since July. Higher prices are forcing many to curb their spending, which some economists say could slow down the whole economy. But some top bankers and investors say they're less worried about inflation and more worried about geopolitics and international war.
The development of the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement is one geopolitical effort many says is working. Alyssa Munoz explains the agreement's success may be because it was created to benefit all three countries.
According to experts, trade got easier for the U.S. and neighboring countries after this program went into effect. The United States-Mexico-Canada trade agreement started 2 years ago. The trade is benefiting farmers, ranchers, workers, and businesses in the Northern American economy. The agreement replaces NAFTA and helps ensure the trade throughout the trade challenges.
Gives us stability in that regard because it lets us know, it helps us to see with some certainty that there will be continued trade agreement between the three countries for the foreseeable future.
Leaders of the agreement met in Phoenix recently to discuss the progress between the three countries.
Each consulate provide personalized assistance to individuals and companies that would like to explore these opportunities.
Arizona's top exports are computer and electronic products, electric equipment, and minerals and ores. The USMCA trade agreement not only helps with products, but provides jobs and more for businesses in Arizona.
That means that Arizona's trade with USMCA partners went up from 13.5 to 14.5 billion, 7.3% increase. That is almost an additional, to be specific, $991 million of trade more for the first 7 months of this year over the same period last year.
The three countries will continue to review the progress of each agreement each year. In the newsroom, Alyssa Munoz, Cronkite News.
6 tourists are happy to be back above ground after they became trapped in a northern Arizona cavern earlier this week. The group was visiting the Grand Canyon caverns near Peach Springs on Sunday. While underground, the elevator used to access the caverns malfunctioned, leaving Douglas Grashall and his family trapped 20 stories below the surface.
After many questions that were asked, they finally decided that besides myself, my wife, Sherry, the toddlers, and the baby, there was no way in the world that we were going to be able to make it up.
Now, there was an emergency staircase, but the group said some members were in no condition to make the climb. Search and rescue personnel had to hoist the group back to the surface. In the end, they were trapped underground for more than 30 hours. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Coming up on Cronkite News, survivors of breast cancer can experience significant psychological impact during recovery. See how local organizations are helping women who get mastectomies.
And the FDA gave emergency use authorization for updated COVID vaccine boosters to Pfizer and Moderna back in August. We'll take a look at how well the new boosters are working.
It's prime time on your time. Watch Prime Afternoons every weekday on Arizona PBS. Did you miss a show in the evening? Then catch up on Prime Afternoons, your favorite dramas.
No more bloody heroics.
Antiques Roadshow,
Really?
Nature and Nova.
It's time to reintroduce some wonder into this miracle of nature.
All of the best from PBS on Prime Afternoons. Weekdays starting at 1:30, only on Arizona PBS. When you support Arizona PBS, you plant a seed. Seeds that provide educational outreach in our community. Seeds that put our digital resources to work. Seeds that foster the trusted news coverage you expect from PBS. And seeds that continue the amazing PBS programs you love. But our garden can't keep growing without your support. Visit our website to see all the ways you can help our garden grow. Plant a seed with Arizona PBS today.
Surgery for breast cancer can leave lasting scars on patients both physically and psychologically. Cronkite News reporter Valeria Rodriguez talked to 2 local organizations that are helping cancer patients in recovery.
The treatment for breast cancer varies from radiation, chemo, surgery, and a combination of all 3. Mastectomies can be one of the most difficult treatments in terms of recovery. I spoke with 2 local organizations finding innovative ways to help breast cancer patients as they recover from surgery. For one organization, they believe something weighing just a couple of ounces could significantly help those women that have gone through a mastectomy.
And there was the most beautiful knitted knocker. It wasn't this one, but it was soft. It was light. It was beautiful. I could wear it in a regular bra, not a prosthetic bra. And best of all, it was made by somebody who cared.
Founder of Knitted Knockers, Barbara Demarest, shares what she felt as she first tried on a knitted knocker after not being able to get reconstructed after her mastectomy.
It was life-changing to me. I went out and I gave my friends hugs, and I was Barb again. I re-engaged with life.
Knitted Knockers has knitted nearly 500,000 knockers and currently has individuals across 30 countries knitting knockers.
If a woman comes on to knittedknockers.org and orders from one of these countries, they will receive their knitted knockers from somebody in their own country, which is a beautiful thing in my opinion.
Bag and Boob Babes, another organization founded here in the Valley, focus on helping women freshly after mastectomy by sewing drainage aprons, making kits and hats, and donating these items to individuals and hospitals.
People love to be able to help other ladies going through this difficult journey, and we love to be able to donate our products.
The organizations work together to provide these items and have also created decorated bras to help women build pride within themselves. A bra, just like this one right here, has the potential to change breast cancer survivors' confidence.
We're very proud of it because it helps make a humongous difference in the lives of all the women that we touch.
All these items are free of charge at knittedknockers.org and bagandboobabes.com. In the newsroom, Valeria Rodriguez, Cronkite News.
2 new studies suggest updated COVID-19 boosters don't offer better protection than the original boosters. The FDA gave emergency use authorization for the updated vaccines to Pfizer and Moderna in August. Updated boosters target the original coronavirus strain, which is no longer circulating, and 2 Omicron subvariants. Researchers compared the immune responses of people who were vaccinated with the original shot to those who got the updated boosters, and the immune responses looked about the same. But scientists caution not to read too much into the study, as only 70 people were evaluated, which is a small sample size.
We have been having stunning fall weather lately here in the Valley, and it looks like it's not going away anytime soon. Evan Liss is in the Cronkite News Weather Center with the details.
Boy, do I have a good weather report out there for everyone today. After we've experienced some winter-like temperatures in the Valley of the Sun, big change ahead here. October 80s are going to be in place, dry and sunny into the foreseeable future. Really great weather ahead, things that you'll want to get outside and enjoy. This winter-like low pressure system, thank goodness, is going to be heading out of our area. We have a small ridge of high pressure starting to move in. It's going to help push up our temperatures. Now, as that storm system moves out, we're going to see higher wind speeds in the western part of our state tomorrow, the Colorado River Valley, around 30 mile per hour sustained sustained winds there. And then since the storm system is moving into New Mexico, we're going to be seeing higher wind speeds along the eastern higher terrain of our state as well. And these are sustained wind speeds. The wind gusts in both of these locations will be higher tomorrow. The winds will die down, however, by the evening hours. Looking at our temperatures here, low 80s in most of the lower deserts, 81 degrees on tap for a high tomorrow in Phoenix, mid 70s along most of the Colorado River Valley, 84 degrees in Yuma, low 50s in Flagstaff, mid 60s, beautiful mid 60s in Sedona there. It would be a great day to get up there. Looking at our 8-day forecast, as I said, we have somewhat of a stagnant weather system in place. However, nothing that anyone's going to be complaining about, I don't think. Low 80s from now into the weekend and into Halloween too. No sweating in costumes in Phoenix this year. 82 degrees for a high temperature, 55 looking at it right now for a low on Halloween Monday. Get out and enjoy the weather, everybody. For now, I'm Evan Liss in the Cronkite News Weather Center.
I'm Adam Schwager. After the break, I'll have your Cronkite Sports Report. A new format for professional bull riding is coming to the sport. How riders are adjusting to the change.
Get up in here and start having some fun.
Such a thrill to be able to do this.
Recreation is the gateway drug to conservation.
How do you create that perfect straight edge? You can do anything. History is today. Chasing the American dream.
Experience something personal.
A place of imagination.
I can go anywhere I want to go.
You guys are just gonna love it.
An entertainment experience unlike anything.
There's something for everyone with Passport on the PBS Video app.
On Masterpiece Mystery.
Evil can find its roots so easily in an English village.
The landscape of criminal investigation.
Murder, almost certainly.
Modern policing methods.
We endeavor to do our best.
We're working hard to solve this case.
And to make sure justice gets done.
It's a new adventure.
And the rest, as they say, is
Mystery. I can hardly wait.
Art was one of the powers that made life life. I think we all believed that.
I'm gonna kick down every single door. I'm gonna show you what you never ever seen before. So control you, I'm gonna show you.
This is a real life story of a real live person.
This was my only connection to my culture.
Fight the power.
Our stories deserve to be heard.
You're passionate and you respect your heritage. That is a perfect recipe.
Now is the time for the Reformation. Now is the time to rebuild the nation.
That's amazing.
You're making me cry.
Some girls can go out there and just steal a spotlight.
This is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Everyone has something to contribute to humanity. The arts are the thing that does that.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Adam Schwager. In last night's 134-105 win over the defending champion Golden State Warriors, Suns guard Devin Booker secured himself a new franchise record after scoring 34 points in the night. He now holds the Suns record for most points scored in the first 4 games of a season with 130. The previous record was held by Charlie Scott, set in the 1972-73 season. Booker now ranks 5th in the NBA in scoring, averaging almost 33 points per game. After the game, head coach Monty Williams was not shy about how Booker should be ranked amongst the rest of the NBA.
Probably the most complete player in the league right now. I mean, there's no weaknesses in his game, and he's scoring everywhere. He's scoring in the post, he's scoring from 3, he's scoring off the dribble. He's been attacking the rim, getting to the basket, transition, and really efficient.
Suns host New Orleans on Friday. Tip-off is 7 p.m. A new era in bull riding has arrived as PBR, the professional bull riding organization, launched their inaugural team series earlier this year. Cronkite News reporter Michelle Aaron was in Glendale as the PBR rolled through for Ridge Rider Days.
Since the inception of the PBR in 1992, pro bull riding has quickly become one of America's fastest growing sports. What once was only an individual event is now a team event.
Typically in an individual, season, the guys sort of ebb and flow based on every single ride. Here in the team series, you have the opportunity for your teammates to lift you up. So even though you buck off, there's still the opportunity to win a game and to win prize money.
Lane says the fundamentals and basics of riding a bull are the same, but the mindset of being in teams is really what's different.
You have to, kind of be riding for your team instead of just for yourself, so it adds a little bit more pressure, but then again, you don't want to let any of those guys down.
Mitchell did not let his team down as the Austin Gamblers won all 3 of their games in Glendale, defeating the host Arizona Ridge Riders by 1.25 points. Just like in a regular PBR event, a qualifying rider only scores points if he successfully rides the bull for 8 seconds. In the team event, the team that has the most riders get to 8 seconds wins. This format creates a lot of camaraderie in the locker rooms.
For many years, bull riding was not thought of as a professional sport. So for the Ridge Riders to have their own locker room, as you see here, that's a really big deal.
It's amazing. We couldn't be more excited about the way that we've been treated by the folks here at Desert Diamond Arena.
Not every bull rider sees a huge difference in the new team format, including Arizona native Cody Jesus, who doesn't think the new format will change things much.
I don't really see a difference in it. I'm still rooting for all the bull riders, and by just having a team, you get the right coaching and you get to kind of travel different places with your team.
The team series is a transformational change for the PBR, giving riders the opportunity to inspire one another to do their best. In Glendale, Michelle Aaron, Cronkite News.
All 8 teams that competed in Glendale qualified for the PBR Team Series Championships. Those championships will take place November 4th through the 6th in Las Vegas. ASU women's basketball begins a new chapter with Natasha Adair. Adair participated in her first ever Pac-12 Media Day, where the new head coach addressed her expectations for the upcoming season. Following the departure of the winningest Sun Devil coach, Charlie Turner-Thorne, Adair came to ASU after spending the last 5 seasons at the University of Delaware. The team went 12-14 last year and are looking to improve going into the start of this season, which tips off in just 2 weeks. With the offseason changes, Adair is focused on creating a positive team mindset.
Expectations are always to win. I'm a competitor. So when that ball gets tipped, we want to make sure we're the most competitive team, prepared team, and we want to be in sync. But obviously right now, it's building that culture.
While women's basketball is gearing up for their season, ASU football is looking for an offensive jolt this weekend when they face Colorado on the road. The Sun Devils failed to score in the second half of their 1-point loss to Stanford last weekend. The offensive breakdown prompted head coach Sean Aguano to open the door for backup quarterback Trenton Bourguet to possibly start over Emory Jones. No word yet on who Aguano will choose as the signal caller for Saturday, but one thing is clear. Aguano will take over play calling duties from offensive coordinator Glenn Thomas, who skipped his scheduled media appearance today. Aguano addressed the situation on Monday.
I will definitely be very, very, very involved with the offense going forward in regards to play calling and everything else.
That's it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Maddie.
Coming up on Cronkite News, if you're looking for a new furry friend to bring home, then you might want to think about adopting this week. We'll have the information on how you can get your next pet at a lower cost.
The weather around Phoenix is just beautiful today. Let's take a look at the weather around the valley.
Thank you for joining us for the special edition of Cronkite News. Here are the top stories that we're tracking today at noon.
Some of the best players for their program.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Discover new favorites from PBS and locally produced shows from your station.
Sign in and start streaming today.
Okay, let's go right up in here and start having some fun.
Such a thrill to be able to do this.
Recreation is the gateway drug to conservation.
How do you create that perfect straight edge? You can do anything. History is today. Chasing the American dream.
Experience something personal.
A place of imagination.
I can go anywhere I want to go.
You guys are just going to love it.
An entertainment experience unlike anything.
There's something for everyone with Passport on the PBS Video app.
If you're looking for a new furry friend to bring home, then head over to the Arizona Humane Society. The shelter is waiving all adoption fees through this Sunday for pets 7 months and older because it's over capacity. The shelter is currently housing more than 1,000 pets. The Humane Society said they're hoping to find many of them a forever home so they have the space to rescue other animals in need. Every available pet is spayed, neutered, and up to date on vaccinations. New pet owners will also receive a pet food bag and a free follow-up veterinary exam. You can take a look at the pets up for adoption at azhumane.org/adopt.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.